everyone, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I'm going to be doing my memory spread for the week of November 14th through the 20th. And for this week, I'm going to be using a kit from Pink Diamond Planner Co. called Rainy Day, which is a very fitting kit for this week because we did get a little bit of rain at the beginning of the week here in Texas. So perfect timing to use this kit. I love the colors and I love this artist, and I'm very excited to be using another Pink Diamond Planner Co. kit. So yeah, this is the Epic kit. And then of course I have a couple add-ons. So we have the freebie as well as the doodle add-on. And for foil this week, I'm going to be pairing the kit with the shimmer foil bundle from Scribble Prints Co. This is in the matte bronze matte silver combo, which I think is going to match the kit absolutely perfectly. So yeah, without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and put down the base of the spread, and I'll be right back. Alrighty, well, I hope everyone had a fantastic week. We are right around the corner from Thanksgiving and Black Friday and Cyber Monday, so I am not a huge Thanksgiving fan, but I do love me some Black Friday deals, so I'm really looking forward to doing some Black Friday shopping this year. I'm actually going to be going to San Antonio to visit my sister over Thanksgiving, so I'm really looking forward to that. We don't really do anything at home to celebrate Thanksgiving, and my sister's not able to make it into town because she has to work on Black Friday because she works in retail. So I figured this was a perfect opportunity to go to San Antonio to visit my sister. So that is what I'm doing. So we'll talk about that next week. As far as Black Friday goes, and as far as like planner related stuff goes, I don't really actually think I'm going to buy anything. I think my Black Friday is going to be focused on gifts for friends and family. I've been trying to do all of my quote unquote Black Friday shopping as far as like planner related stuff before Black Friday. Since I'm going to be moving out of my apartment, I wanted to make sure that I was going to get everything before I left. I didn't want to have, yes, I could have put my parents' address as a shipping address, but I don't want them to see how much money I spend on planner stuff, so, and how many packages I get. So I figured I would just do my shopping before Black Friday, so I made sure I had like the shorter turnaround time. I don't know, we'll see. Maybe the deals are so good that I end up placing a couple orders here and there. Anyways, I'm trying to focus on Cyber Monday mysteries, but let me know what you guys are planning to pick up on Black Friday, if anything. Like I said, I really want to focus on Cyber Monday mysteries, and I don't know, we'll see. I always pick up the SPC and Caress Press Cyber Monday mystery. I don't know if I'll pick up Glam Planner if she even does one, because she's been sort of, I don't know, she hasn't had the best communication recently, which is totally understandable because she had a baby this year, which is fine. But in the past, I feel like the past couple years, Glam Planner Cyber Monday Mystery hasn't been my favorite. I feel like I've destashed the last two I've gotten, so I don't know if I'm going to. I mean, I probably will because I have like serious FOMO, but I don't know. We'll see. And then I don't know if Pink Diamond Planner Co. does a Cyber Monday mystery. I assume they do. So if they do, I will be picking that up too. So yeah, at least 4 Cyber Monday mysteries. Hopefully, we'll see. But yeah. Anyways, this week, let's see. Well, we got the Goodreads Choice Awards nominee announcements this week, which, if you guys are not familiar with Goodreads, it's essentially like Facebook for readers, which is fun. And every year, at the end of every year, they'd have the Goodreads Choice Awards, which they have like 17 categories, and you get to vote for like the best book in the category. It's not really like a quote unquote best book of the year competition. It's entirely a popularity competition. Like, it's always the most popular book that wins, but they always start off with about 20 nominees per category, and romance and mystery thriller are the two categories that I pretty much exclusively read out of. I do pick up like YA and middle grade, as well, but usually I go into like the Goodreads Choice Award season with reading like half of the nominees in each category that I read, and this year I learned that I have really neglected 2022 new releases, so I have not read very many books on the that are nominated this year whatsoever. In fact, the only mystery thriller that was nominated that I read this year was The Housemaid by Frida McFadden, which I literally just read like 2 weeks ago. So yeah, it's kind of embarrassing, so I'm definitely going to have to pick up my game next year, which hopefully will be a lot easier because I won't be in school and I won't have to stress about assignments and things like that. So I hope that I can get back to like my usual like a reading capacity next year. Also, yesterday, let's see, this video is going up on Monday, so yesterday we got the series finale of The Walking Dead, and if you guys are planning on watching it, don't want spoilers, just skip ahead until the day by day because I need to talk about it. I personally feel like they really sort of dropped the ball on the finale. Not that this episode was terrible, because there was definitely parts that I really enjoyed. I cried at least a dozen times. My death prediction was correct. I was half right about Rick coming back, and yeah, I don't know. I feel like there were so many storylines that needed to be wrapped up in an hour and a half that they could have made this like a full-length 3-hour long movie, and they still wouldn't have like done a good job at wrapping everything up. There was like so many random like jumps in the storyline, like the group was together and then they weren't and then they were back together and there was like no indication of how they got there, and it was just like, I don't know, it was sort of a mess. And then we had like a 1-year time jump, and it was just like, I don't know. I really don't know. I'm and then the whole like Rick thing, I was so pissed off. Like, I was happy to see him again, obviously, but like the way that they did it, the fact that Daryl never got to be reunited with Rick, and we never got to see that happen. We never got to see Rick be reunited with his children. They were focused so heavily on setting up these like 3 or 4 spin-offs that they have coming next year that I don't feel like they did a really good job of wrapping up the story, which is really frustrating because I spent like the last 12 years of my life being obsessed with The Walking Dead for them to wrap it up this way. Anyways, I'm obviously a little salty about it, but anyways, let's get into talking about the day-to-day because that is where we're at. So Monday, let's see. Monday was, what day was that? I don't have my stuff pulled up. The 14th. So Monday, the first thing I marked down was that we had a rainy day, and I uploaded a plan with me, of course, as I do every Monday. As you guys know, all the scripts in my spreads are always from Carly Plans, so definitely make sure to check her out because she has my favorite scripts of all time. But I also went to class this day to do a check-in with my professor for my photography final. I was supposed to go to class on Wednesday to do that, like as a presentation, but I had something come up on Wednesday that I just couldn't cancel, and my professor was super understanding about it, so he let me talk to him one-on-one on Monday, which I'm very grateful for, so I didn't miss out on any points on that final. And then I also worked on homework. I started a new book. This week I didn't get a whole lot of reading done. I only read one book. I read Next of Kin, which is a really fun romance. And then I also marked down that I got another arc this day. Like, this is my second arc that I've requested and actually received, so that was super fun. And then I had a YouTube binge to end my Monday. On Tuesday, I marked down that the Goodreads Awards nominees were announced, so I spent my morning going through those. And then I headed to class. After class, I needed to do a little post office drop for some things I had destashed recently. And then I marked down that I was super frustrated because I was working on a homework assignment and I could not for the life of me get it done. It was a 3-question assignment. I did the first 2 questions on Monday, and then I spent 6 hours on Tuesday working on the last question. 6 hours for one question. It was ridiculous. I was so annoyed and I was about to give up, and then like within a couple of minutes I solved it finally, and it was like a super easy like stupid fix, and I'm really mad at myself for not noticing that sooner. But anyways, I finished my book this day, and then I marked down and then I stayed up late to do so. And moving on to Wednesday, did not have class this day. I was supposed to, like I said, but I had something come up, so I actually had to drive home on Wednesday to Waco, and it was just like a day trip. I had an appointment there. I had to meet with my dermatologist. I had a mole removed for testing. I want to say a few weeks ago, probably, and it came back as like precancerous, so I had to go in and get that removed. And because I'm about to be done with school, I'm about to be dropped for my dad's insurance, this was the only day that they had available for me to go before December, and the end of December is when I get dropped for my dad's insurance, so I had to go and I had to miss out on class to do that. So I literally drove an hour and a half home. I went to my appointment. I was at my appointment for maybe 10 minutes, and then I drove an hour and a half back. So after my appointment, I marked down that I got gas, of course, because your girl was low after that drive. And then I also got Raisin Canes for lunch on my way home because I was starving. And then I just marked down that I had a lazy afternoon and spent my evening watching Dexter. Which, speaking of Dexter, I'm almost done with my rewatch. I'm like towards the end of season 7, and there's only 8 seasons. So gonna be looking for a new show to watch here very shortly. And then on Thursday, I marked down that I went to class, and then after that, I had to print labels and head to the post office again to drop off some things that I had destashed again. So I did that right after class, and then I went to the pet store to pick up some cat food because I was running low on Figaro's wet food now that he's back to eating, thankfully. So I did that, and then I had to go to lab in the afternoon, and then after lab, I put on a movie, so I had a little bit of a movie night, and while I watched the movie, I focused on planning out my videos for the next couple of months. So if you guys aren't already subscribed, I highly encourage you to do so because we have a ton of videos coming over the next month and a half or so. We're starting to get into that like end of year wrap up series that I always do, and it's going to be a good month, so you definitely do not want to miss out on that. Let's see, after that on Friday, the first thing I marked down was that I got Whataburger for breakfast because I just had a craving for a honey butter chicken biscuit because it's the best thing to get from Whataburger in the morning. And then I also marked down that I got my third ARC this week. I got The Villa by Rachel Hopkins, which is a mystery thriller, and I started reading that because I've been really bad with reading ARCs before they actually release. So the whole point of getting an ARC is so you can review it before it actually like comes out to the public. So I am actually reading that so I can get a review up before that one comes out. I think that I want to say it comes out like the first Tuesday of January, so yeah, pick that up. So I'm starting to read that, and then I marked down that I had a pretty lazy day. I binge watched some more Dexter, and obviously, I think that script you're about to see, all the foiled scripts are obviously from the foil bundle from SPC, and as always, you guys know that I'm a part of SPC's affiliate team, so you can use code Elisa10 to save. I did film a couple of videos this evening for my December upload schedule, so those are coming. And then I started the ARC on Friday, though I only read like the first chapter, but I still marked it down. Moving on to Saturday, I marked down that I slept in this day and that it was absolutely freezing. It's finally starting to get super cold here in Texas, so I was bundled up on Saturday with sweats and a couple jackets. Like, your girl does not handle the cold very well, so yeah, I stayed in most of the day. I actually went shopping to get, I couldn't find for the life of me like my I have like a little headband that covers up my ears when it's cold. I could not find that. I couldn't find my gloves. So I actually went to the store Saturday morning to go buy some because your girl is not going to survive without them. So I was like, I cannot go a day without it. And I was planning on going, and I did go do some bird photography on Sunday. I was like, I'm not going to survive that if I don't have like my gloves and stuff because I'm going to be freezing. So I did that, and then after that I pretty much stayed home. I laid down the base to the spread. I had a little bit of a cleaning day. I marked down that I had a uber big headache, and then I read for the rest of the evening on Saturday. So moving on to Sunday now. Sunday I woke up early and then I drove to the nature center in Fort Worth to do some bird photography, and this is the same nature center I went to last week, and last week pretty much all I got to photograph was like waterfowl, like water birds, ducks, cormorants. There was a hawk there that I got to photograph, so larger birds. And then this week when I went, all of like the ducks and stuff like had moved on, like it's migration season, so everyone is on the move. So this week I got there and I couldn't find anything at first, and I was really worried. I drove like an hour and a half for nothing, and then all of a sudden it was like an explosion of songbirds. So I got a whole bunch of pictures of little passerines. So there's some chickadees and some blue jays and eastern bluebirds, all that fun stuff. And if you guys are interested, I always have my photography Instagram linked in the description box down below. If you want to follow me there, I always post my best pictures on my Instagram over there, so definitely make sure to follow me. So because I did that, I left my apartment at about 6 o'clock in the morning because I wanted to get there before sunrise. So as soon as I got home from that, I took a nap because your girl was exhausted, and then I got into my usual Sunday night routine. I pulled stickers, I filmed this video, and again ended my evening with the finale of The Walking Dead, and then I went to bed because it was late. So yeah, that is pretty much it for this plan with me. I hope you guys enjoyed. As always, I'll have all the shops featured in the video linked in the description box down below, as well as any coupon codes or phone links I have for them. Like I said, you don't want to miss out on uploads this week, so make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!